up, guys? How's it going? We are in Big Bear, California. I just had a little bite to eat. I brought my little foldable electric bike here. So there's a bike trail here I want to check out. So that's what we're gonna do. So this is really awesome. I rode, there's a bike trail here called the Alpine Pedal Path here in Big Bear. Rode my little foldable electric bike that I brought in the plane. And look where I am. This is Big Bear Lake. Well, you heard the ATIS, 9,300 density altitude, so it's pretty hot here today. We're at Big Bear, altitude 6,700, I believe, normally, but we've got the altitude of quite a bit. So, important thing on a day like this, when it's this hot, is you got to lean for density altitude during the run-up, so that's very important to get maximum power out of the airplane. Okay, you got our brake set, fuel proper tank, trim set for takeoff, flight controls up on.
Okay, Big Bear traffic, we have Grumman like Grumman taking runway 26 straight out departure, Big Bear.
Check our power, everything looks good in the green. Break off.
Okay, Big Bear traffic, Mooney 56 November 5 west, descending at 8,300 for left traffic 2.
Airspeed's alive.
Big Bear traffic, helicopters.
So we're going to stay low, get some airspeed down here.
And we'll be lifting up for an immediate departure. That'll be westbound via taxiway Alpha, continuing straight out over flying the center of the lake, Big Bear.
And as you'll notice, our climb out is quite sluggish, but we're climbing. Got a bird right over there, that was close.
Big Bear traffic, Mooney 56 November is entering left downwind 26, Big Bear.
So when you take off with density altitude like that, that might be the highest I've taken off in this plane. Everything just feels slow, sluggish. The plane doesn't want to go down the runway like it usually does.
Big Bear traffic, blue light Grumman just departed runway 26. We're departing out over the lake towards the dam, Big Bear.
Big Bear traffic, Mooney 56 November is ready to turn left base 26, Big Bear.
Flying back to Whiteman from Big Bear, it's about a 40-minute flight. So I've flown into Big Bear multiple times, but even more important, I'd never taken my bike there. Awesome, highly recommend. I think the next thing I want to do is fly out here and with my camping gear and go camping. So this is interesting. So there's a fire over here that wasn't there when we came earlier this morning. So looks like with this heading and this altitude, we're gonna steer clear of most of the smoke.
Grumman 4 Echo Romeo, contact person 125.5. 125.5.
You know, I have to say, every time I see these guys fighting fires in these planes and helicopters, guys are amazing, badass. Can't imagine flying a big heavy aircraft like that down low in mountainous terrain. Really impressive.
November 4 to Romeo, what are you directed to right now?
Romeo, heading towards El Monte, and then direct Whiteman.
I tell you what, you can go direct Whiteman from there, November 4 Echo Romeo, and you would be clear of the TFR. So if you want, direct Whiteman is approved, maintain at or above 6,500 for some firefighters outside of the TFR.
Okay, at above 6,500, we'll go direct Whiteman for Echo Romeo, thank you.
You never know what you're going to get when you fly in Los Angeles airspace. It was pretty calm coming out here this morning. Now it's a little hectic, a little busy. Feels a lot busier. The controllers seem a little grumpier. We've got a fire burning. We got a TFR. We got multiple traffic targets right below us. I'm going to put in Burbank. That's probably going to turn me over to
November 244 Echo Romeo, contact Burbank Tower 118.7 for transition.
187, have a good day, Fort Romeo.
Hey, I called it right when I was tuning it in. Gave me Burbank Tower.
Burbank Tower, Grumman 244 Echo Romeo, with dials in 300, restricted to 3,000.
Grumman 244 Echo Romeo, Burbank Tower, Burbank altimeter 2983, cancel altitude restriction, proceed via the North 5 freeway, approved for Whiteman.
Okay, cancel restriction, proceed via the 4
So up here we've got the 5 freeway, just northeast of the airport. It can be tricky sometimes finding the freeways that they're talking about unless you're really familiar with the area. And I'm pretty familiar with the area, but I still sometimes get confused. So don't be afraid to ask. They'll help you out. And I got a Whiteman in sight.
Grumman 4 Echo Romeo, radar service terminated. Keep the code, contact Whiteman Tower 135.0.
Whiteman, thanks for your help, Fort Romeo. Whiteman Tower, Grumman 244 Echo Romeo, just north of Burbank, 2,900 withdrawal.
Grumman 244 Echo Romeo, Whiteman Tower, enter right traffic, runway 12, report to beam the tower.
Right traffic, report to beam for Echo Romeo. Whiteman Tower, Grumman 244 Echo Romeo, right downwind of beam.
Grumman 4 Echo Romeo, runway 12, clear to land, number 2, following Cessna on short final.
Okay, clear to land, and I see the traffic on short final, Fort Romeo.
Whiteman Tower, Sheriff Copter 29er, all past 2,100, descending. Request a South 5 transition to Burbank.
Sheriff Helicopter 29er or Whiteman Tower, South 5 transition approved, altimeter 2986.